Awesome. Can everyone hear me? If you can hear me, type yes in the chat. Okay. Those of you who can hear me, type yes in the chat. I see some of you are already live. If you can hear me, type yes. Okay. So I just invited everyone in. We're gonna take a while, and then we're gonna start very shortly. Okay. In the meantime, do share this with your friends. Okay, share this live to 5 Facebook groups to get a recording for free. Okay, and join our Telegram group for more free coaching sessions. Go to alaric.site/telegram. Okay, alaric.site/telegram. Okay. Let me view this on YouTube so that I make sure that I can be heard. Guys, can you hear me? If you can hear me, type yes, okay? Guys, can you hear me? If you can hear me, type yes, okay? If you all can hear me, type yes. Okay. Hello. Okay, so just wait for everyone to come in. As usual, people will take a while to come in. Okay. So I'm in Madrid. I'm still in Madrid right now. After this, I'll go back to Malaysia and then to Singapore for a while. And then I'll go travel again. Okay. So yeah. So when I'm back in Malaysia, maybe if any of you are in Malaysia, we can meet. And then when I'm back in Singapore, maybe for those of you who are in Singapore, we can meet as well. Okay. How many of you want to meet up one day? Maybe in Singapore or something. If you want, type yes. Okay. Maybe I'll organize a session or something. Yeah. Okay. In the meantime, all of those of you who have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, subscribe, and so that you'll be notified every time I go live. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I see some of you online. That's great. Okay, I'm just waiting for everyone to come in. Okay, so let me just do something first. Eileen. Eileen. Cool. More people are coming in. Hey guys, share this with as many people. Okay. So we're gonna cover a few things. Number one, we're gonna talk about the how to prepare yourself for the upcoming market crash and potentially be financially free once the market recovers. Okay. And then we're also gonna talk about Michael Burry, who predicted the last two market crashes and made a lot of money from the last two market crashes. Okay. And how like we're all seeing record high inflation and all this kind of stuff. Okay. General admission ticket. Okay, cool. Okay, everyone, invite as many people. Okay. When in Malaysia, eat all the freshly cooked chicken. Else in Singapore, no freshly chewed chicken into rice to enjoy. Yeah, I heard in Singapore right now there's a crisis that everyone cannot find chicken anymore. Yeah. Okay. Okay, everyone, invite more people into the share this YouTube live. Okay, invite more people into the training, and then we'll start really really shortly. Okay, let me just do something real quick. Uh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Let's start real soon. In about 5 more minutes, we're gonna start. Okay. Share slides. Okay. In the meantime, let's play some. Uh, okay. In the meantime, let's play this video. Okay. While waiting for everyone.
Michael Burry made billions not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Can y'all see my screen?
That's right. After predicting the dot-com bubble and the 2008 recession, he also predicted the most recent market correction. The market has already dropped significantly, but Burry believes that this is just the start of much more to come.
Can y'all see my
He
screen?
actually still sees the market crashing over 50% more from the current levels. This video will cover how Burry has already made millions and how you can hedge your portfolio just like Burry. A lot of investors call Michael Burry a broken clock because he makes the majority of his money from market crashes. Timing the market is notoriously difficult, and Burry is not immune to that. He has been early to every prediction he's made, but he's also been right at the end. Burry recently tweeted, "Habitually be 1 to 2 years early on literally everything, and you too can attain broken clock." Burry first made his market crash prediction in late 2021. While it's been a while since then, the situation has played out exactly as he predicted. He foresaw accelerating inflation, a crash in growth stocks, an overall market correction, and a crash in bond prices. Burry is always early, but he always seems to end up right no matter what. One of the key reasons why Burry has been able to predict market crashes is because of the predictability of human nature. While technology has evolved, human behavior never changes, and history shows that. Burry said that third time's a charm, 10 years leading to a financial crisis. Yellow S&P 500 2000, white S&P 500 today, green Dow 1929. Gotta love human nature, nothing if not consistent. The yellow line represents speculation during the dot-com bubble. The green line resembles the roaring 20s before the Great Depression. Both of these periods include unprecedented levels of financial risk that ultimately led to a sharp downfall. In the dot-com bubble, we saw unprofitable internet stocks rally 1,000 or even 2,000% before crashing to zero. The roaring 20s also had ridiculous levels of speculation. Stock prices quadrupled within the span of 9 years, and most investors were convinced that prices would continue rising. Burry tweeted a newspaper showing how ridiculous the speculation was. The headline explained how even though the market went down for the day, a rally at the market close cheered brokers. Both of these bull runs point towards one behavior, which is greed. This greedy behavior also occurred in 2020 and 2021. While the market might rebound in the short term, Burry sees the market crashing over a 1 or 2 year span. After 2000, the Nasdaq had 16 bear market rallies above 10%, averaging 22.7%, before bottoming down 78%. After 1929, the Dow had 10 bear market rallies over 10%, averaging 22.8%, before bottoming down 89%. Burry is essentially saying that the market will undergo short-term rallies, but you shouldn't take that as a signal of long-term recovery. He further explained his prediction by saying that dead cat bounces are the most epic. 12 of the top 20 Nasdaq one-day rallies happened during the 78% drop from 2000's top. 9 of the top 20 S&P 500 one-day rallies happened during the 86% drop from the 1929 top. This tweet brings out an intriguing and deceiving correlation. The market always rallies the most during long-term market crashes, which is extremely misleading. Burry has pointed out a lot of correlations, but we all know that correlation does not equal causation. Michael Burry has spotted some frightening fundamentals that are backing up his prediction. Everyone knows that the macroeconomic situation is horrifying. Some economists will tell you that the Ukraine-Russia situation is on the brink of collapse. Others will tell you that China's economy is weak, or US interest rates are going to continue increasing. All of these macro situations may be true, but there's only one factor that will ultimately crash the economy: the consumer. The economy is practically purely driven by the consumer. Almost 70% of the US GDP is just from personal consumption expenditures. If the consumer feels weak at any point, the entire economy will fall apart. The current macro issue centers around the lowering purchasing power of the consumer. If we all stop consuming as much and start saving, the economy is going to crash. Burry said that this is the problem. Last 18 months, minus $850 billion in direct stim checks, $400 billion in cash out refis, $1 trillion plus in forgivable loans, with $250 to $500 billion of it fraudulent, another $4 trillion indirect, etc. What recapitalizes the consumer now? Higher wages can't do that. The economy is experiencing immense price increases, and consumers like yourself are feeling that your money is worth substantially less. This lowering purchasing power is not just anecdotal. There is a vast array of data showing that the consumers are the weakest they've ever been. The most famous tracker of consumer behavior is the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index. The U-Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index is currently reaching record lows, which is clearly showing us that
everyone type your
consumers feel
insights
weak.
of what you're learning
Another
in
signal of the
the chat
weakening
as you're
consumer
watching
is the
this video.
slowdown in Amazon's revenue. Amazon's first quarter results were horrendous, with revenue only growing 7% year over year and earnings missing by a substantial amount. The technological age has seen Amazon become the primary marketplace where most consumers purchase their goods. Amazon's poor quarterly result shows that the consumers are in an incredibly weak situation. Burry tweeted, "And so Amazon says to GDP, there's your weakening consumer." So given all of this information, how has Burry made millions? And how can investors do the same? Burry believes that the first economic impact of weakening consumers will be lower profit margins. This will be spearheaded by the struggle for businesses to maintain prices high. Consumers are feeling weaker than ever, and this will force businesses to lower prices. The issue with this is that wages do not fluctuate frequently, so wages will remain elevated relative to prices. Because businesses will have to lower prices while still paying higher wages, their profit margins will fall substantially. This will ultimately cause stocks to trade at lower price-to-sales ratios after a significant decrease in sales. Burry's preparing his portfolio to make millions if not billions of dollars in the next year by shorting bonds. He revealed in late 2021 that he was shorting 30-year Treasury bonds in particular. He tweeted, "For what it's worth, I've never shorted any cryptocurrency. This is my third bubble and the biggest. I've learned a thing or two." 30-year Treasuries, on the other hand. The reason for Burry to short bonds is quite obvious. Inflation was accelerating to almost 7%, while 30-year bond yields were still roughly at 2%. This meant that bond investors were basically guaranteed to lose 5% per year in the short term. Bond yields and bond prices are inversely correlated, so as bond yields increased, bond prices crashed. One ETF that Burry has purchased before is TBT, which is the ProShares Ultra Short 20-plus year Treasury ETF. TBT is an ETF that short sells a bundle of bonds. Bond yields have increased drastically over the past few months due to increasing interest rates, inflation, and the Ukraine situation. This has caused bond prices to crash and for TBT to rally. The TBT ETF has increased by over 43% since Burry first revealed a short position. That is already a substantial amount, but Burry sees himself making even more in the future. Burry recently tweeted, "1977 says hello," with a picture of himself in 1977. This was in reference to the economic situation in the 1970s. The period of the 1970s is known as the Great Inflation, with inflation reaching unprecedented levels. The inflation rate in 1977 was at 6.5%, before accelerating to over 14% by 1980. This is very similar to our situation. Inflation is currently at roughly 8%, but Burry sees it passing 10 and maybe even 15%. The truth may actually be that inflation is already past 10%. Burry is skeptical of the Consumer Price Index, or CPI, that is used to calculate inflation. He explained how the CPI says housing costs rose 5% last 12 months. Wrong. CPI would be 12% using real-world NAR housing data. BLS has smoothed out housing numbers forever because home prices have been a problem forever. So next month they will start smoothing out vehicle prices. #problem solved. Burry is essentially saying that the housing prices that the CPI uses are off by a large sum. The number that the CPI uses claims that housing prices only rose by 5% in the past year. This is definitely not true. If the calculation for home prices included real-world housing data, then CPI inflation would be at 12%. That means that the current inflation rate of 8% is off by 4%. This miscalculation and other macro factors will cause the market to crash by an estimated amount of roughly 55% from the current price levels. Burry explained how they were paradigm shifts / speculative peaks. The S&P 500 bottomed 13% lower than 2002's bottom in 2009, 17% lower than 1998's long-term capital management crisis low in 2002, and 10% lower than 1970's low in 1975. 15% lower than the COVID low is SPX 1862, roughly Shiller PDE of 16, nominal PDE of 9, in historic range. Michael Burry is pointing out a pattern of market crashes becoming worse and worse as time goes on. If we assume that this pattern continues, then the S&P will crash to a level that is marginally lower than the COVID crash. Burry uses 15% as an example here to see if this would be reasonable in theory. If the S&P were to crash to a level that is 15% lower than the previous low during COVID, then the index would be at roughly 1,800 points. That is roughly 55% lower than the current levels and would bring the index back to historical price levels. One of the graphs that Burry attached to his tweet shows the Shiller PDE ratio over time. The Shiller PDE ratio is a cyclically adjusted PDE ratio, which means that it adjusts the PDE ratio for inflation. We are currently at a Shiller PDE ratio of 36. A 55% crash would bring this ratio down to roughly 16, which is in line with the historical average. Burry also attached a graph showing the historical average for the nominal PDE ratio, which is just the price to earnings ratio for the past 12 months. We are currently at a PDE ratio of 21. A 55% crash would bring this down to about 9. A PDE of 9 would be slightly lower than the average, which Burry believes is reasonable. All of this points to his prediction that the pain has not ended yet. Some of you think that short-term crashes aren't relevant if you're holding stocks for the long term. This is completely true if you're able to handle the psychological pain of your portfolio dropping substantially. Great companies always experience short-term crashes and long-term gains. One example of this is Amazon during the dot-com bubble. Burry questioned, how far can the stock of a good growing company fall? One destined to be one of the greatest companies in the world? Remember when Amazon fell 95%, but the Fed didn't have inflation like this hanging over its head then either. If you aren't prepared to maintain conviction in a stock that drops something over 95%, then perhaps the stock market is not for you. Short-term volatility affects all investors emotionally, and controlling this emotion is extremely difficult. Speaking of volatility, there's another signal pointing towards a further crash, which is trading volume. Trading volume tends to be higher during market crashes because there's more activities from buyers on both the buy and sell side. The current trading volume to shares outstanding is at unprecedented lows. Burry detailed how top to bottom, Microsoft traded 5.2 times its shares outstanding by 2002, 3.3 times by 2009, and 0.5 times so far. Amazon traded 5.7 times by 2002, 6.6 by 2009, and 0.9 times so far. JP Morgan traded 3 times by 2002, 5.9 times by 2009, and about 0.7 times so far, etc. Enough takes time. Trading volume still has to increase by 5 to 10 times from its current levels in order for the market to be similar to previous crashes. This is because the market tends to have a higher trading volume when prices are lower. In order to be in line with previous market crashes, the trading volume would still need to increase significantly. Keep in mind that Michael Burry is not a financial advisor. He is simply a hedge fund manager who would profit significantly if the market crashed. You should always do your own due diligence and invest at your own risk. That being said, I would not push aside Burry's predictions, especially given his track record. The traditional financial system never listens to him, which is why he recently tweeted, "At least I tried." Let me know if you think The Big Short 2 is coming soon, after Burry makes billions once again. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like.
Okay, awesome. So how many of you got value from that video? If you got value, type value in the chat. Okay, for those of you who are a bit lost by that, don't worry, I'm very lost also. I'm not an investment expert. I don't know much about investment, okay? Now, I just want to show you like, okay, S&P 500, right, is like basically a basket of the top companies and all that, okay? And I want to show you a few like big market crashes, okay? You see, in 2000, right, when the dot-com bubble burst, okay, from you see 19 May 2000 was the peak, and then 22nd November, okay, around maybe 22nd, like 2003, 10 January 2003 was the bottom, right? So it takes about 2 years to hit all the way to the bottom, okay? Now look at the 2000, let's say 2008 financial crisis, right? At the peak, it was like 24th August 2007. The bottom was in 24th April. So that's about 1.5 years. Okay. So historically, normally it takes about 2 years to reach all the way for the market to reach all the way to the bottom. Okay. Now, so the reason why I'm inviting all of you to this coaching session, right, is because I want to prepare all of you, okay, to not just survive in this recession, but to thrive. Okay. Now, I'm not going to give you investment advice like what investment to buy and all that. I don't know anything about investment. Okay. But what I know how to do is how to do marketing, how to do branding, and how to do sales. And even in a recession, right, you should be able to sell. Okay, so let's look at so take a look at me. Yeah, okay. Now, so can everyone type in the chat? I will thrive, not just survive. Okay, everyone type in the chat. I will thrive, not just survive. Okay, now I want to show you something again. Now you look at the S&P 500, right? Imagine you invested over here when the market was at 868. Okay, and then now, right, the market, right, within this year 2009 to 2021, 10 years, okay, about 12 years, it reached 4006. You can count 4006 divided by 683 is what? The bottom is 683. Look at this. Imagine if you invested at the bottom, okay, and 683, okay, 4005 divided by 683. What's 4005 divided by 683? Your money, right, will grow 6 times, 6.5 times, in a recession like that. Yeah, if you bought over here, your money grows by 6.5 times within 12 years. Okay, so imagine, let's say you put $100,000 in the stock market when it reaches its bottom. Okay, in 12 years, right, your money will be worth 600,000. You put $1,000,000 inside in 12 years, you will it will have been worth 6 million. Okay, now, so why am I showing you this? Is to show you that if you all just work super, 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 super hard for the next 2 years, okay, and conserve a lot of cash, okay. When you conserve a lot of cash, when the inflation and the market drops, right, okay, that's when you go on a buying spree. You buy property, you buy assets, you buy stocks. Everything is gonna be cheaper, okay. Your dollar, right, is gonna be worth like you can buy a lot more things for the same money you had, right? And then when you're buying all these assets at a cheap price, and then when the market recovers again, it will shoot back up. Okay, now, so right now the market has been dropping for like 6 months already. I think more than 6 months. So there'll probably be at least one more year or 1.5 more year. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not an investment advisor, right? But you must prepare yourself for the market dropping for another 2 years, etc. Jobs will be lost, and that's why now is the best time to start your own business. Okay, now, so I want to share what so the rich always get richer during a recession. Okay, okay, I want no, no, I will thrive. THRIVE, not TRY. Okay, I want everyone to type in the chat. I will thrive. THRIVE, not just survive. I will thrive, not just. Okay, I want all of you to thrive in a recession, not just survive. Okay, okay. Follow everyone. Type this in the chat. Okay, all of you who are live right now, type this in the chat. I will thrive, not just survive. I will thrive, not just survive. If you focus these 2 years on working really, really, really hard to make as much money as you can, okay, you conserve your cash, okay. When the market go all the way to the bottom, oof, you can potentially be financially free, okay. Yeah, okay, good. Ozan, I will thrive, not just survive. I will thrive, not just survive. Okay. I want all of you to thrive in this recession. Okay. And yeah. Okay. Now, so I want all of you to, in your own free time, okay, to go and watch the other video by Ray Dalio about changing world orders. Okay. So to summarize, it's a 40-minute video. Okay. But to summarize it, right, what he's saying is that, um, what he's saying, right, is that China is taking over America. Okay, it will. Okay, and this is not old news. A lot of people have heard of this, right? Because you see, in business there are buyers and there are sellers, right? America has been consuming. China has been producing. Naturally, who will become richer? China will become richer, and it's all part of the same. He was sharing the 500 years of cycles, the rise, the top, the decline, the future, etc. And what can be expected? Like he explained how when the Dutch, the Holland, right, Dutch Netherlands, they fell. What happened? What happened to the currency and all this kind of stuff? Okay, now, so my game plan for this recession is to make as much money as possible, okay? Conserve cash, okay? And then once the market reaches the bottom, buy as much assets as possible, buy property, buy stocks. I wouldn't really buy property because I'm not so good at property, okay? I'm not good at stocks either, right? But I prefer stocks because I got more flexibility. I don't have to be stuck in one property for the rest of my life, okay? Now, so that's my plan. And I want everyone to say, I will work hard in the next 2 years. Everyone type in the chat. I will work hard in the next 2 years. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I will thrive sooner, not just survive. I will thrive, not just survive. I will thrive, not just survive. Okay. I want all of you to thrive during this recession. Okay. Recessions are the best times to make money. Okay. Even in business, right? Okay. Recessions are the best time to make money. The reason why is because when all your competitors die, right? Okay, when recession are all your competitors are gonna die, okay, and when all your competitors die, and then you still survive in the market, right? Naturally, you get the highest market share when the market picks back up. Okay, so even like Tony Robbins, he said that last time during a recession, right, that was when his business grew the most, okay, in terms of market share. Okay, cool, great. I want everyone to thrive, not just survive. Okay, now, next thing I want to talk about, right? Okay, I want to introduce all of you to this, to one of my good friends. Okay, I want all of you to go to this link, Wilder. Okay, I want to introduce you to my good friend. Is conducting she's conducting a okay, everyone go to alaric.site/wilder. Okay, now, so my good friend Eileen Wilder and Joseph Aaron, okay, they are going to conduct this event about called a 5-day accelerate my revenue challenge. Okay, now I'm gonna explain to you what's inside this event. Okay, now, so they're gonna do this 5-day challenge. And my mind was, I went for this event since last year, and I've been going for this event every month. Okay, as in like I've been in their Facebook group every month. Not every time I watch the full event, but I always watch like bits and pieces inside their Facebook group. And I really hope they can be part of this community because they really opened my mind. Okay, they showed me, right, that selling $25,000 packages and $55,000 packages is possible. Before that, I never believed. I was like, how can you sell a $25,000 package through Zoom or through, but they showed me that they are able to do it. And I was like, whoa, okay. Okay, so let me show you what you get inside this challenge, okay? Inside this thing. Oh, they don't have the thing. Okay, let me try to see. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is what you will get, okay? Um, Okay, okay. There's a VIP ticket and there's a free ticket. Okay, I'm gonna put the link of the VIP ticket over here in the chat. Okay, VIP. Now, this event right will blow your mind. Okay, because you will be able to see that you will be able to see how people sell $25,000 packages, and they'll teach you. They'll literally teach you how to sell $25,000 packages online. Okay. Before that, I never thought it was possible. After I see them do it, then I realize, hey, it's possible. And you think about it, if you learn how to sell a $25,000 package, right? Okay. If 1 year, if 1 month a week, one day a month, okay, you just sell a $25,000 package. Okay, you sell four, you make $100,000. That's $100,000 a month, just from selling to four customers. Okay. So they have a methodology on how they do it and everything. You can go and read it. Okay. Now, so there's two types of tickets. There's the VIP and there's the general ticket. Okay. The general ticket is $47. The VIP ticket is $197. I bought the VIP. Okay. I highly recommend all of you to get the VIP ticket as well. Okay. Now, what do you get in a VIP ticket? Number one, you get a private VIP only Zoom lounge. Okay, that means this event will be a 5-day event. Okay, it's normally 1 hour per day for the general people. Okay, where they will teach you inside the general session. Okay, but if you buy the VIP ticket, you can come 1 hour earlier and you can ask them Q&A live. You can ask them. Okay, now most of them, like normally people pay like $5,000 per hour for consulting with Joe and Eileen. Okay, but over here for 197, you get like 5 hours worth of Q&A with them. Okay, number two, you get the Accelerate Your Revenue VIP workbook. Okay, number four, you get the interview recordings with their top successful students. Okay, and then you get the bonus video training, how to become a powerhouse speaker overnight. And you get the Accelerate Your Revenue VIP swag box. That means they're literally gonna ship a swag box to you. You get a pretty nice, like I think a water bottle and all this kind of stuff. Okay, so this is what you're gonna get. Okay, I highly recommend all of you to go for this. Imagine this: you pay 197, and you learn how to sell a $25,000 offer. Or let's say you don't learn how to sell a $25,000 offer. You apply what they learn. You sell a $5,000 offer. If you sell just one offer, right? Okay, you make all your money back. Okay, you how many times your money? You will grow your money by 25 times. Okay, just from selling one $5,000 offer. Okay, even you don't sell a $5,000 offer, you sell a $1,000 offer. You also make your money back by 5 times. Okay, so it's an easy ROI. They're gonna show you how to craft an offer, how to craft a $25,000 offer or a $55,000 offer. They will show you offer creation. They're gonna show you how to market the offer, how to sell the offer, how to create a challenge and all this kind of stuff, and how to pitch the offer and all this kind of stuff. Okay, so highly recommended that all of you attend. Okay, this will be the skill set that you need. Okay, if all of you just learn sales, all of you just learn marketing. Okay, these two skill sets, right, will take you through any financial crisis. Because I can tell you, salespeople, right, okay, if you know how to sell, no matter what the economy becomes, right, you will never grow hungry. Okay, now for those of you who want the general admission ticket, this is the general admission ticket. You can see this guy. He say, I closed 31 people at $19,000. That's almost $600,000 in 1 day. Okay, this is the testimony they get. On my first virtual event, we had more than 30% of the audience apply to work with us and brought in over $500,000 just from that one event. Imagine this, you pay $197, okay? And if let's say you're able to get these kind of results, $500,000 from just one event, right? How many times, like there's no, everyone type in the chat, okay? The best investment you can make is in yourself, okay? Stocks cannot give you this kind of investment. You invest 197, you learn how to make $500,000. Even if you don't make $500,000, you make 10% of that, $50,000. Is that still pretty good? That's still pretty good, right? You don't make 50,000, you just make $5,000. Is that still pretty good? You invest 197, you make $5,000. Just 1% of what he makes. Is that still pretty good? That's still pretty good, right? So I wanted you all to understand the ROI of self-education. Okay, almost 200K in a pop-up event. I did not think this would have been possible. Thank you, Eileen Wilder and Joseph, Aaron Ciglietti. You guys, it's possible. Okay, and over here you can see all the different testimonials, and there's even a 30-day money back guarantee, which means you go for this. If you don't like it, you can get your money back. Okay, so they'll give you an exclusive backstage Zoom pass. You get live Q&A sessions with Eileen and Joe. Okay, and then the Accelerate My Revenue Challenge VIP workbook. Okay, and then you get the interviews with the top students to learn how even their students are getting results. Okay, and then you get the bonus video training how to become a powerhouse speaker overnight, and the VIP swag box. Okay, inside this swag box you get a T-shirt. Okay, and yeah, okay, you get everything that you need in the event. Okay, so this is an insane opportunity to get over 1997 of value for only 197 and take your challenge experience to the next level. Okay, highly recommend those of you to join the 197 swag box. You can see so many testimonials that they have over here, right? And but if let's say money is an issue, go for the 49. This is the $49 one. Okay, whereas Alaric.site/accelerate is the 197. Okay, those of you who have bought it, type yes. Okay, and it will be a very very nice training. Okay, the training will happen. It will be a 5-day training. Okay, that will happen on in June. Okay, they will contact you to share more with you, so don't worry. Okay, but just buy the ticket and then they will tell you the dates right after you buy the tickets. Okay, sounds good. Can okay, cool. Next, I want to talk about mindset. Okay, now everyone type in the chat. The best, the most important asset in a recession or in any economy is your mindset. Okay, now why? Because because everything that you do, right, you do it because of your mind. True or not? Right? Like you 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 eat because you think about eating and then you start eating, right? You walk because you think about walking and then you start walking, right? Everything, like every way to make money comes from your mind. Okay, it's because of your mind, that's why you make money. You think to invest, that's why you invest. You think to start a business, that's why you start a business, right? So if you can just protect your mindset, that's one of the most important things. Okay, now, so I am going to go through some of my mindset modules inside my Facebook Accelerator course. Most of you probably have been through the as in if you have my Facebook Accelerator course, hopefully you have watched the mindset module. But if you have not watched the mindset module, then now I'm going to go through the mindset module in the course. Okay, okay. So everyone type in the chat mindset. Okay, okay. Step 1, don't do SMART goals, do intention plus freedom from outcome instead.
I'm going to share you about goal setting, right? And the way I set goals, right, is very, very
Okay, I'm going to play this at 1.25 times the speed, okay, so that it becomes a bit faster. Okay.
different from everyone else in the market or everyone else.
Can everyone still hear it clearly? If you can still hear it clearly, okay, wait, I'm going to pause it. Can everyone still hear it clearly? If you can still hear it clearly, type.
And I'm going to share
Clear.
you why SMART goals are stupid, and here's why I wasted. Okay?
Oh, I'm lagging. Okay, but anyway, let's talk about SMART goals. Okay, okay. Am I lagging? If I'm lagging, type lagging. If it's still smooth, type smooth. Okay, now. So I'm going to share with you why SMART goals are stupid, and here's what I do instead. Okay, now don't set goals for the sake of achieving them. Set goals for who you grow to become in the process of achieving them. SMART goals stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic time. Later on, I will share with you why I don't really believe in setting SMART goals and why I have another way of setting goals called intention plus freedom from outcome. Okay, I want everyone to tap in the chat. Intention plus freedom from outcome. Intention. Okay, intention plus freedom from outcome. Everyone type in the chat. This is the shortcut, right? To achieving anything that you want. And those of you who have learned this before, okay, I want this to be a refresher, okay, because sometimes you need to refresh because like you learn but maybe you don't practice. Okay, so I'm going to talk about intention plus freedom from outcome. Can everyone type in the chat? Intention plus freedom from outcome. Okay, now, so you see, when we set SMART goals, right, either we achieve it or we don't. When I achieved it, right, I'm only a little happy and it only lasts for a while. And when I don't achieve it, I get frustrated. So I don't really like it because it doesn't make me fulfilled. There's too much downside with too little upside. Okay. So what I like to do instead is intention plus freedom from outcome. So for example, last time, I told myself I want to make, I told myself I want to get 6A1s for O levels, okay? And then I didn't get 6A1s for O levels. I ended up getting 9 points, which is, no, sorry, 11 points minus 2, so it's 9 points, right? In O levels. Okay, those of you who took O levels, you understand what I mean, right? Okay, so I didn't get 6A1s. And that crushed me because last time I used to think whatever I believe, I will be able to achieve. And then when I aim for 6A1s and I didn't get 6A1s, okay, and I ended up getting 9 points instead, I went into like a bit of a depression for 2 years. So when I was in poly, I was like a polytechnic, right? I was one of the most normal people. Like I was average, okay? I didn't want to achieve and I didn't dare to dream ever again, okay? And when I do achieve goals, right, I only get happy for a short while and then not anymore, okay? So I realized, right, that smart goals are not very good in terms of are not very healthy in terms of making that does not really make me happy because there's too much downside. Like when I don't achieve it, I drop for 2 years, and when I achieve it, I'm only happy for 1 week or 2 weeks, right? So what I do instead is to do this thing called intention plus freedom for outcome, which means I do whatever I can to achieve what I want, and at the same time, I'm not attached to the outcome. So if you have 10 upon 10 intention and 10 upon 10 freedom for outcome, then that's the best. No matter what happens, I know I am enough, I'm happy, I love myself. Even I don't make money or whatever, I know I'm enough, I'm happy, I love myself. It's coming from the space of I know I did my best, so whatever the outcome is, I'm happy because I know I did my best. Okay. So you want to have 10 upon 10 intention, that means I do whatever I can to achieve it, but my happiness is not attached to the outcome. You see, the reason why I crashed when I set smart goals was because my happiness was dependent on the outcome. I expected to get 6A1s. I didn't get 6A1s. It crushed me. But if I have intention, I do whatever I can to get 6A1s. But even if I don't, I'm free from outcome. I would have been happier and I've accelerated my ability to achieve even more. Okay. So when I play pool, instead of aiming to win the championship, I just focus on playing each shot well, each game well, each match well, and I know if the input is optimal, the result will be that I win the championship. I've never aimed to have 500 students in 12 months or to make $500,000 in 12 months. All I focused on was to add value to each client to the best of my ability and to be the best coach that I can be to empower them and to be the best closer or presenter that I can be to acquire more students. And then because I focus on that, a community of 500 students naturally formed. Okay, and now we have like 1,700 students. We have the largest Facebook marketing community in Singapore. And I've never aimed to be the largest Facebook marketing community in Singapore. That has never been my aim. My aim has always been I want to add as much value to people as possible. I want to teach people as much about Facebook marketing as possible. And then naturally, the largest community form. Make sense? So I want you all to apply this in life. Intention plus freedom for outcome. Okay. Now, the next thing you want to do is to have very strong mission, vision, and values. Okay. Everyone type this in the chat. Okay. Everyone type this in the chat. Okay. So all of you type intention plus freedom for outcome. Intention plus freedom for outcome. Intention plus freedom for outcome. Very good. Okay. The next thing I want you to type in the chat is this. Okay. Alignment creates acceleration. Okay. Alignment creates acceleration. Okay, everyone type this in the chat. Alignment creates acceleration. So you want to align yourself. Okay, it's like if an organization, if everyone fight toward the same objective. Okay, imagine this. Let's say I have something. Okay, and there's 100 people in the thing. If everyone try to go in different directions, right? Do you think this thing will move? Maybe go a little bit. Okay. Now, if 100 people all walk towards one direction, do you think the thing moves a lot faster, right? Naturally, right? Okay. Now, the same thing happens in an organization. Okay, imagine your business. Let's say you got 100 people in your business. If everyone fight in different directions, all one their own way, do you think the organization is going to grow? No. But if everyone, okay, wait, have I been? Oh, I've not been sharing my screen, so all of you have not been seeing my screen. Oh my god. Okay. Back to the intention plus freedom for outcome. Okay, so you want to have 10 upon 10 intention and 10 upon 10 freedom for outcome. Okay. Next, let's talk about mission, vision, and values. Okay. So how do you create alignment? Is by having very strong mission, vision, and values. So imagine if the whole organization works towards one mission, vision, and values, right? The organization will grow a lot faster. Okay. Now, so for example, Apollo's mission statement is to empower people to become the best versions of themselves And my vision is a world where everyone wins. Okay, and these are all the values that we have in our community. Okay, now then you say, hey, but anyway, I don't have an organization of 100 people yet. Okay, then at least have, like, you yourself are an organization. Okay, you're made out of many cells. You're made out of two hands, two eyes, and all that. Like, you're made out of different components of yourself. Okay, and you also realize, right, that there are some parts of yourself that are conflicted. For example, there are sometimes where you are pulling yourself in different directions. Okay, so because you do that, right, when you pull yourself in different directions, you don't go get anywhere. But if you align yourself and accelerate and say, okay, I want to make money, boom, you focus on making money. Okay, I want to be successful, boom, you focus on becoming successful. Okay, I want to do whatever, boom, you focus on that, you align yourself to that, you can achieve a lot what you want a lot faster because of acceleration. Okay, next. So number two, I want all of you to come up with your mission, vision, and values. Okay, come up with your mission, vision, and values. Okay, next. I want to talk about this thing, the ultimate success formula. Okay,
I want to talk about the ultimate success formula. This formula is so powerful, right? If you just understand this, right, you can achieve success in anything you do, whether it's it playing basketball, whether it's it marketing, whether it's it your family, whether it's it like growing a healthy family, whether it's it being healthy, whether it's it making money. This formula will help you. Okay. So first, right, is beliefs and values to set your goal. Okay. So we start with a goal. So when you have a goal, then we set a strategy. Okay. So we set a strategy, and then we take action. Okay. Now when you take action, there's only two outcomes. Number one, you succeed. Number two, you fail. If you fail, don't call it failure. If you fail, it's called feedback, right? So if you don't achieve what you want, it's called failure. Okay, but it's called feedback. All you have to do is just change your strategy and then take action again. Fail, change your strategy, take action again. Fail, change your strategy, take action again. Fail, change your strategy, take action again. After you keep doing this over and over and over again, but you must make sure you change your strategy. And then one of the strategies, right, will help you achieve success, right? So basically, it's the ultimate success moment. You want to succeed, all you have to do is just keep taking action. If you fail, change your strategy. If you fail, change your strategy, and all that, right? Now, the good thing about learning a Apollo method or joining this Space for Accelerator course is that your strategy, right, is already proven, right? So rather than having to fail again and again and again, right, you will shorten your learning curve when there's a higher chance that you'll succeed, right? Higher chance, right? But of course, you still need to keep tweaking and tweaking and tweaking to find what works best for you, and then sooner or later you'll get success, right? So as you do this, you'll be successful. So this is the ultimate success formula. I know it's really, really simple, but if you do it, it works.
Okay, so
Let's
basically,
talk about that.
you have a goal, come up with a strategy, take action. If you fail, change your strategy, take action. Fail, change your strategy, take action. Failure is the mother of success. Okay, you cannot succeed without first learning how to fail. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, accelerated success. Okay, I want to show you how to achieve in 1 year what others take 10 years to achieve. Okay, if you fight hard, really hard for the next 2 years, okay, you can potentially become financially free for the rest of your life. And this is how you do it.
Okay, in this video, I want to cover about this thing called accelerated
Okay, I'm going to play at 1.25 times the speed.
success. How to achieve in 1 year what others take 10 years to achieve. And how do you compress your success such that you can achieve more in a shorter period of time. Okay, now, so here's the thing. When I was doing network marketing when I was 19 years old, right, most other of my other network marketers, right, they will meet like 1 appointment a day or maybe 4 appointments a week, right? And they would think that that's pretty good already, right? But for me, right, I chose to meet 3 to 4 appointments every single day, right? 6 days a week, right? And this allowed me to learn sales and prospecting very, very fast. So I messaged and prospected thousands of people in order to build a team of 140 people in 10 months, right? So I was never born good at sales, but the reason why I became better and better and better at sales and prospecting was because I kept doing it again and again and again and again until I became good at it, right? So same thing, my first 10 appointments was super hard to get because I was still learning and I didn't know what to say or how to meet other people. After that, right, the next 100 plus appointments became easy and effortless. Same thing for you. Now, after you go through this course, I want to share with you the whole, for me, because I talked to thousands of people before, after a while, right, I understand what people will say even before they say. If I say this, they'll say this. If I say that, they'll say that, right? So I know exactly what they'll say. And that's because I've gone through thousands of appointments. Now, when you first learn the system later on, it's gonna be it won't be as easy because it's your first time, right? It's like learning how to swim, learning how to ride a bike or something. The first time you fall down, you will drown and all that kind of stuff, right? But you keep doing it again and again and again, and then you force yourself to, like you compress the time frame that it takes to be successful, right? If you do it again and again, you will naturally become better and better at it. Okay, now, Same thing, okay? When I became a coach, right, most coaches, they are happy with getting 3 to 5 clients that pay them maybe $1,000 a month. They get 5 clients a month, 5K per month, they're happy with that. But for me, right, I chose to do seminars instead to get 30 to 50 students a month. Get 30 to 50 students, right, they pay me $1,000 to $2,000 a month, right? So most speakers, right, will speak once every 2 weeks or once a month. And the most frequent I've seen us speak is like maybe once every week. For me, right, I chose to speak 3 to 4 times a week. Every single week, I speak 3 to 4 times. And I've done up to 5 seminars in 2 days before, right? So like Saturday, let's say I went to JD to conduct a seminar, right? I did 10 a.m., 2:30, and then 7 p.m. Okay, 3 hours, 3 seminars in 1 day. Sunday, 2:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. and then 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Right? So I really go hard when I do something, right? My target, right, is to conduct 17 seminars in 9 days. It means 3 seminars on Saturday, 3 seminars on Sunday, 1 seminar on each weekday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then like 3 seminars on Saturday, 3 seminars on Sunday. I want to conduct 17 seminars in 9 days. And I know if I can do that, right, I will really compress the time frame to take on to be successful. Okay, now, so I wasn't born a good speaker, right?
Guys, do you see how like I wasn't born a good speaker? How did I become a good speaker? By being so intense, right, in everything I do. Every skill that I want to master, right, I become really, really intense in that. Okay. For example, when I want to learn how to speak, I used to do 3 to 4 seminars a week, where most other people do 1 seminar a month or 1 seminar every 2 weeks. Okay. When I wanted to learn sales, I was doing 3 to 4 appointments every single day for 10 months straight. I met over 1,000 people in 10 months. That's how I learned how to sell. When I wanted to learn how to do cold calls, okay, I called 300 over people, okay, yeah, to learn how to do cold calls. But that's I stopped doing that because cold calls are not that effective. When I wanted to learn how to I wanted to learn how to play pool. I used to be a national youth pool player, right? I can play 10 hours in 1 day, or 12 or 6, sometimes 16 hours in 1 day. From 10 a.m. I play pool, play all the way until 10 p.m. Or even 2 a.m. at night, Okay. That's how I learned how to play pool. That's how I became one of the best at playing pool, like billiards, right? So why? So mastery comes from being really, really intense in whatever you do. Okay. Yeah.
Pure hard work and dedication, conducting hundreds of seminars and tweaking my presentation again and again before I found reading. Until today, right, I'm still tweaking after every seminar or after 2 or 3 seminars, I will tweak my PowerPoint slides again and again. I will do every seminar and I look at the audience response. I'll see if what do they respond, what do they not respond to, right? This content here, this content there, or what can help me to sell better, how should I sell? And it's just through hundreds and hundreds of communication. That's why I come to what I have right now. Okay, now, and for me, when I read books, right, sometimes I finish a whole 200-page book, a full 200-page book in a day, right? And the first time I tried to read things fast, right, was I started reading the book How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, and I finished the book within 3 days. So I read very fast. I spent like 5 hours a day reading, and I finished reading the book within 3 days. And I thought to myself, right, if I could finish reading a book within 3 days, is it possible for me to finish reading a book within 1 day? So I did, right? I decided to give it a try. So I spent a full day at home, like 10 hours a day, to just finish reading a book to prove to myself that I can read. And then once I did it once, right, I knew I could do it again and again. And the more
everyone type in the chat, accelerate your success. Everyone type in the chat, accelerate your success. Okay, accelerate your success. Okay, it's in the chat. Accelerate your success. This is something I want to train all of you to do. To be able to accelerate your success. How do you accelerate your success? Number 1, being really intense in whatever you're doing. Number 2, accelerate your rate of learning. Okay.
Most I've done, right, to read 2 books in 1 day. It's like 200-page books in 1 day. And okay, but here's the thing, I don't do this for every single book because nowadays I have the time to spend 10 hours in 1 day reading one book. But this I know that whenever I want to utilize this skills, I really train my brain to be able to do that. Okay? Or when I listen to courses, right, or videos, I listen at 2 times the speed. And the reason why I listen at 2 times the speed, right, is because our ears can listen to something faster than we can speak. So we can listen to so someone can speak, their mouth can speak maybe at this speed, right? But our ears can listen at maybe 1.5 times or maybe 1.75 times the speed, right? So I consume content at 2 times the speed. So what others take 1 hour to consume, I only take half an hour to consume, right? And if let's say they watch a full 1 hour training in 1 hour, I can watch 2 hours training in 1 hour, right? In the same 1 hour that I put in. So here's the thing, trying to listen to things faster, right? Trying to listen to things faster. You don't have to start at 2 times speed, you can start at maybe 1.25 times and slowly increase, right? Every time.
Okay, so I'm just gonna increase the speed to 1.5 times, and you tell me if it's still clear to you. Okay.
Travel from home to work, right? I consume information. So imagine, let's say,
is it clear? If it's clear, type clear.
It takes you 30 minutes to get to work, and then 30 minutes back home, right?
So if it's clear, type 1.5 times.
So most people waste the travel.
Okay. Now I'm going to increase this to 1.75 times, and you see whether it's still clear to you. Okay, I'm just going to repeat. Okay, let's play at 1.75.
1 hour to consume, how many half an hour to consume, right? And if let's say they watch a full 1 hour training in 1 hour, I watch 2 hours training in 1 hour, right? Let's say 1 hour that I put in. So here's the thing, try to listen to things faster, right? So try to listen to things faster. You don't have to start at 2 times speed, you start at maybe 1.25 times.
Okay, if you can listen at 1.75 times, type 1.75 times. Okay, now I'm going to increase it to 2 times. If it's still clear, type 2 times.
I travel from home to work, right? I consume information. So imagine, let's say it takes me, it takes you 30.
Okay, wait, it's lagging.
And then 30 minutes back home, right? So it's 1 hour a day that you use to consume information. So most people use the traffic time, listen to music or take backspace. What you should do instead, right, is to listen or watch trains and during the traffic time. So that means that's 1 hour, right? After 1 year, it's 65 hours more of content, like wait for 30 more seminars, right? Compared to someone who didn't.
Okay, did you understand it at 2 times? Okay, at 1 point, okay, who understood it at 1 times? Who understood it at 1.225 times? And who understood it at 1.5 times? Okay, now here's the thing. This skill set, right, is a skill set that you can train your brain. Okay. Now I want to tell you all something. Last time, right, I could listen to things at up to 3 times the speed. Okay, 3 times the speed. 3 times the speed, right? Okay, let me just show you a demo of how 3 times the speed is like. Okay, this is 2.95 times. Okay, 3 times the speed. Okay, wait. Let's listen. Okay, wait. It's lagging. But this is how 3 times sounds like. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is how 3 times sounds like. Okay, now last time I was able to listen at 3 times the speed. Okay, but because I've been traveling for so long, right, my brain has deteriorated. Okay, sometimes, right, even at 2 times the speed, right, I find it a bit too fast. Okay, now I need to listen to things at around 1.5 times the speed, right? Okay, then only I can like fully understand what the speaker is saying. Or even 1.75 times right now feels fast for me. Okay, so I want to tell you how scary this is. That this muscle, your brain is a muscle. Okay, okay, guys, pay attention. Okay, last time I could listen to things at 3 times the speed. Okay, but because I've been traveling for 1 year and just like not focusing so much on my personal development and all that, right, my brain has not been as good. And now even 2 times the speed is fast for me. Now I have to reduce to like 1.5 times the speed. Then only I can understand the thing. Okay, so it's very, very scary how powerful your brain is, or how powerful your brain can be, and how your brain is like a muscle, right? The more you exercise the muscle, the faster it becomes. Okay, I'm shocked, right, that my brain has deteriorated, that I cannot listen to things at 3 times the speed again, and it scares me, Okay, but I know I should be fine. I will be able to get it back again. Okay, but you get the point. Okay, so everyone, I want all of you to train your brain. Okay, to be able to learn things faster. Okay, yeah. So this 3 times the speed. Okay, yeah. Okay. So I want all of you to listen to things faster. Okay, learn how to listen to things faster. And so I've taken IQ tests before. Okay, and okay. So for example, every time you travel to work or like every time you're traveling, right, don't just listen to music or something. Take this time to learn new things, listen to podcasts, etc. Okay, I've taken IQ tests before, and my IQ is not any higher than most people. It's slightly above average at best, around 60 percentile, which means that 40% of the world, of the people in this world, are smarter than me. Therefore, I have to make up for that with hard work and work ethic. If you can inculcate this mindset into your business and life, you would see results. You must value your time and invest it in the right things. Time is something you can never get back. We don't become the best versions that we expect of ourselves. We become the worst versions we are willing to accept from ourselves. Okay? We don't become the best version that we expect of ourselves. We become the worst versions we are willing to accept from ourselves. Like for me, being able to only listen to things at 1.5 times the speed is atrocious for me. Okay? So I'm going to train my brain again to start listening to things at 2 times the speed, 3 times the speed. Okay? You must do the same. Okay? Good. Celebrate all your wins in the group chat. Okay? So you got to lead, celebrate. Someone accepted your friend request, celebrate. Got an appointment, celebrate. Got a sale, celebrate. Learn something new, celebrate. Learn from a mistake, celebrate. Okay? Now, okay. Can everyone type in the... okay, those of you who are in my WhatsApp group, in my community, okay, can everyone type your top 3 learning points from today? Okay. Okay, wait, sorry, I'm not sharing my screen again. Okay. Now, so can everyone? Okay, so I want all of you to learn how to celebrate your success. Okay, the reason why you want to celebrate your success, okay, is because the main mistake I see people making is that they get jealous of other people's success. And we were trained since young, especially in Singapore, to be low profile and not show off our success. We must train our brains to celebrate the success of others because others being richer does not make you any poorer. Okay. The reason why you want to celebrate the success whenever other people are successful is because you want to train your brain to celebrate their success. Because if not, right, if you train your brain to, this guy is successful because he's young. This guy is successful because he's a guy. This girl is successful because she's a girl. This guy is successful because he was born from a rich family. You know, if you tell yourself that, right, okay, or you blame yourself, this guy, he's a bad person or something, right? Next time when you yourself become successful, right, you're gonna have limiting beliefs that other people think the same way about you. But if you always celebrate the success of others, next time when you become successful, you always think, hey, other people are actually celebrating your success together with you. If you don't do this, right, next time when you become successful, you're gonna self-sabotage. Okay, because when you actually become successful, you're gonna think, hey, I don't want to be successful anymore. You get what I mean? So that's why you need to celebrate the success of others. Okay. So everyone type in the chat, celebrate your success. Okay. So I want all of you to type in the group chat, what are the top 3 learning points you have learned from today's coaching session so far? Okay, top 3 learning points. It could be, I learned about the market crash, or it could be learning about Michael Burry, or it could be learning about the S&P 500, or it could be learning about SMART goals and intention plus freedom for outcome, or it could be learning about mission, vision, and values, or it could be learning about the ultimate success formula, or accelerated success, how to achieve in 1 year what others take 10 years to achieve, right? How to be really intense at things, how to learn something faster, how to learn whenever you're traveling, and how, okay. So all this kind of stuff, right? Okay, next. How to create a world, okay. So everyone, I want all of you to take to type in the group chat, what are the top 3 things you learned, or you can comment in this YouTube live as well. What are the top 3 things that you have learned? Okay, I'm gonna check the group chat to see who is actually okay. So Ozan said ultimate success formula and what to do during a crisis. Okay, what else? Everyone type in the chat. What else have you all been learning? I will thrive, not just survive. Plus, I will work hard in these next 2 years. Plus, intention, plus freedom for outcome. Plus, accelerate your success and celebrate success. Plus, mindset. Awesome. Okay, that's awesome. Any more? What else have you all learned? Everyone type in the chat. What else have you all learned? Everyone type in the chat. Okay, everyone type in the chat. What else have you all learned? Okay, add value and create win-win. Awesome. Okay, good. Now, so I'm gonna share my screen again. Okay. Mindset, celebrate success, and freedom for outcome. Awesome. Okay. Are you getting value so far? If you're getting value, type value in the chat. Okay. Okay. Let's move on. So, my vision is to have a world where everyone wins, and I strongly believe that it is absolutely possible. Okay. Okay.
Everyone wins. So my vision is to have a world where everyone wins, and I strongly believe that it is absolutely possible because compared to 500 years ago,
Okay, I'm gonna play this at 1.25 times the speed. Okay. Train your brain.
healthier, wealthier, there are more of us, we are living longer, and the standard of living has generally improved. So it is extremely possible for human race to evolve together and be the best versions of themselves. Other people have to do this for us to win. In fact, all of us can win together, and I strongly believe that that's possible. Okay? So now I cover about this thing called the law of recession in honey. So when the honeybee looks for nectar, it unknowingly attracts pollen on its seed, right? When it moves
Yeah, let's just make sure that you all can
from flower to flower, it unknowingly pollinates the flowers. So studies show, right?
let me look at the chat. Okay, all of you are getting value, okay? Brain training, okay, awesome. Okay.
That if honeybees didn't exist, we may lose all the plants that bees pollinate and all.
Okay, let me just talk about it. Okay, so everyone type in the chat the law of precession and the honeybee. Everyone type in the chat the law of precession and the honeybee. This is something I learned from Marshall Thurber. Okay, I learned it from Blair Singer, who learned it from Marshall Thurber. Okay, what does the law of precession and the honeybee mean? Okay, now it basically means this. The law of precession means whenever there's an action, right? Okay, there will be an equal energy perpendicular 90 degrees from the action. Okay, so for example, when you put a stone in the water, when you drop a stone in the water, the ripples will go 90 degrees. Okay, that's the law of precession. Okay, now let's look at this. For example, the honeybee. Okay, so when a honeybee looks for nectar, it unknowingly attracts pollen on its feet, and when it moves from flower to flower, it unknowingly pollinates flowers. So studies show that if honeybees didn't exist, we may lose all the plants that bees pollinate and all the animals that eat the plants and so on and so forth up the food chain. If not for honeybees, human beings might not have even existed. Okay, now, so this is an example, right? So the bee is looking for nectar. Okay, but when it looks for nectar, it unknowingly pollinates plants. So it unknowingly helps plants to reproduce by looking for nectar. But does the honeybee look for nectar? But does the honeybee really care about the plants reproducing? No. The honeybee only cares for nectar. But in the process, it creates a ripple effect. Okay. Now, why is this important to learn? Okay. So when the bee was looking for nectar, it inadvertently pollinated flowers. Throughout history, when people focus on making money, the nectar, they inadvertently created value, pollination. So for example, in order for people to make money, they had to be of value to their boss. For business owners to make money, they had to create products or provide services that will be of value to people. By the process, right, when people focus on only making money, they end up causing harm as well, such as destroying the environment, exploiting people, etc. So what Buckminster Fuller proposed instead was to focus on providing value, and inadvertently you will make money. So last time it used to be focus on making money and inadvertently we provide value. But when we provide value, we also like destroy value. The other way is we focus on adding value. And when we focus on adding value, right, the side effect, right, is that you will make money. Because how do you add value and not make money? You add value, you sure make money, one. The money will come back in other ways, in goodwill, in money, in all kinds of stuff. So for me, when I run my business, I always just focus on adding value. Okay. And I know that whenever I keep adding value, people can feel it, people can feel the intention behind it, and then naturally the money will just come back. Okay. Now, so the moment I focus on creating value for my clients, my affiliates, and to the public, my income just increased exponentially. If I focus only on making money, after I make 10K per month, I would not be driven for more. But because I'm focusing on how I can help as many people as I can, it will allow me to naturally make 100K, 300K, $1 million a month. Okay? It's one thing to understand this logically, but the moment you have this paradigm shift and you apply it to your business and life, it will create quantum shifts for you. The way you do sales and the way you do business will be completely different. Your clients will be able to feel that you really want to help them rather than just to sell them something. Don't chase money, chase value. Okay? Yeah. Does that make sense? If it makes sense, that makes sense in the chat. Okay? If this makes sense to you, that makes sense in the chat. Okay? Now, okay. So in order to create value, right, you have to think bigger. Okay? You see, if you only think about yourself, you maximum you can make is 10K per month. But if you think bigger, you think about your community. Okay, maybe you make 100K a month. You think about your country, maybe you make $1 million a month. You think about the world, you can make billions a month. If you want to solve a problem for the whole world, you can make billions of dollars a month, right? So I'm also selfish. The only difference is the way I see myself. First, we look at ourselves as individuals. Then we realize that we are part of our family, which is part of our community, which is part of our country, which is part of the world. Myself isn't Alaric Ong as an individual. Myself is the world. I'm part of humanity. I'm part of the world. Okay? When I help someone else, right, I'm not helping others. I'm helping myself because they are part of me. It's like my left hand and my right hand are both part of me. Okay? I don't belong to me. I'm a part of humanity. When I run my business, right, I run it as though the government, customers, employees, investors, suppliers, and communities are all part of me. Okay? Like if let's say my employee is not doing well, okay, my employee fight with his wife at work, do you think that's gonna affect my business? Yes. So if he has a problem, it's my problem as well. If let's say the government is not stable or whatever, does that affect my business? Yes, right? If let's say my customers are facing a recession or what, does it affect my business? Yes. If my investors they lost money outside or even they quarrel with their wife, does that affect me? It affects me, right? So I don't look at myself as just myself as my business. I look at myself as everything, my supplier, my community, everything. My business isn't just my business as an entity in itself. The whole thing is considered part of my business to me. When they win, I win. When they lose, I lose. They are part of me and I'm a part of them. The amount of wealth you make can never exceed how big you think. If you look at yourself as an individual, it's unlikely you'll make more than 10K per month because there's no drive to make more than 10K per month. Like your lifestyle is will be okay, right? Like for me, I've been traveling for the last 11 months. My expenses are not more than $3,000 or $4,000 a month, right? If I only focus on myself, I wouldn't make more than 10K per month because I only focus on making 3K to 4K to cover my expenses, right? But if I focus on my family, okay, maybe I want to make more. If I focus on my community, I will want to make more. If I focus on my 1,700 students, I want to add value to them. I'll make even more than that. If I focus on the whole Singapore, I'll make even more than that. Or if I focus on the whole world, right? So in order to make 30K, 50K, 100K, $1 million a month, your bandwidth will have to expand. You will definitely have to have more responsibility for your team members, customers, etc. If I look at myself only as an individual, I could have retired long ago. What drives me is the fact that I know I'm an instrument to be used to serve humanity. I might not always succeed in helping others the way I wanted to, but for me, if just one life breathes better because of my existence, that is what success means to me. Okay? So World 3.0, how do you create abundance and prosperity for the world? Okay, I need all of you to pay attention to this because this is what's going to help us get out of a recession. Okay? By creating abundance and prosperity for the world. How do you create abundance and prosperity for the world? How do you do that? Okay, you must always think, how can I add value to others, right? Okay. So this is what Buckminster Fuller said. You do not belong to you. You belong to the universe. The significance of you will remain forever obscure to you, but you may assume you're fulfilling your significance if you apply yourself to converting all your experience to the highest advantage to others. That means do whatever you can for the highest advantage of others. Make the world work for 100% of humanity in the shortest possible time, though through spontaneous cooperation without each ecological offense or the disadvantage of anyone. If you focus on helping the world, adding value, helping the environment, right? If everyone just focuses on that, right, they will naturally make money. The world will naturally be more abundant, etc. I realized that the most sustainable way to create wealth is by creating value. As I look back at my career, I realized that one of the main reasons I was able to network with highly successful individuals was because I was always thinking, how can I be of value to the other party rather than how can I take as much as possible? And because I'm always thinking, how can I add as much value as possible, people can feel my vibe, they can feel that I'm trying to add value to them, they can feel that I'm a good person, they want to hang out with me. And I always attract good people to me because I'm a good person to them. Make sense? Even when I was 90 years old, I didn't have any money, connections, or experience. I was always thinking, how can I add value to others? I was meeting multi-millionaires who were over 50 years old and they enjoyed hanging out with me to share their success secrets with me. They enjoyed my vibe, my energy, and all this kind of stuff because I'm always positive, happy, right? How can I always add value to people? Even if I can't give them money, they will share their success secrets with me for free because they wanted someone they could share their success stories with. It made them feel good when they could see the impact that they had on me. That was considered value to them. So the question you must always ask yourself is, how can I add value? Now that I have more connections, money, and expertise, it becomes easier and easier to meet other successful individuals, and it opens up a lot of ways for us to collaborate with each other. How come I have billionaires who are my friends? Lauren Ridinger, Tim Draper, Vlad Magdalene, right? How come I get to meet all these billionaires? Okay, it's because I'm always thinking, how can I add value to them, not how can I take value from them. Okay, for example, these are my friends, right? Okay, Tim Draper, billionaire venture capitalist. Okay, how come? How come we're friends? Like how he knows me, I know him, right? It's because I'm always thinking how to add value to him. I joined his university, etc. This is Vlad Magdalene, okay, CEO of Webflow, which is a $2.1 billion valuation. How come we are friends? It's because I'm always thinking, how can I add value to him? Lauren Ridinger, okay, I interviewed her and all that, right? George Shaw's former right hand man, right? So how come I'm able to make all these connections? Is because I'm always thinking, how can I add value? Okay, I want everyone to type this in the chat. Okay, I am to love and add value. Okay, I want everyone to type this in the chat. I am to love and add value. I am to love and add value. I always focus on learning and always focus on adding value. If you just focus on this, whew, people are going to want to love you. They are going to want to hang out with you. Okay? Everyone type this in the chat. I am to love and add value. Okay? Okay. Next one is power versus force. Okay. So power versus force, there are different levels of consciousness. So you want to increase the vibration of your life. Okay, what kind of music do you attract? What kind of people do you attract to your life? You know, what kind of thoughts are you thinking about? What kind of food and drinks are you normally drinking and eating? You know, so optimize your life. Okay, okay. And then the next thing you want to do is to optimize your life. So you want to systemize your life. So your environment, you want it to be clean and organized. One computer, one phone, minimalism, natural lighting, etc. Your diet, you want like healthy food like vegetables, fruits, beef, salmon, etc. You can search Bulletproof Diet by Dave Asprey, okay, to have a list of the bulletproof food that you can eat. Okay, so this is the link, the bulletproof. You can search Google for a bulletproof diet. Okay, I'm going to paste this in the chat. I pasted in the chat already. Okay, so I'm to love and add value. I'm to love and add value. Okay, so I pasted this bulletproof diet in the chat. Check out the chat. You can see what kind of foods to eat. Okay, then you want to do routine delegating. So let's say if you make 10K per month, that means every hour is worth around $40. Whatever makes you less than $10 per hour should be outsourced. Doing the dishes, cooking, cleaning, etc. For me, I almost never do my dishes. I don't cook. I don't clean. I don't know how to cook. I don't know how to clean. And I'm not ashamed by that, because I focus my time and energy on learning how to sell. I focus my time and energy on learning how to market. I focus my time and energy on learning, because these activities make me way more money than cooking, than washing the dishes, right? So if we are making more than $40 an hour, any task that makes you less than $10 per hour should be outsourced. How can you be doing your own dishes? How can you be doing your own, like making your own, yeah. It's not that I'm spoiled or anything. It's that I understand the value of money. I understand the value of time. Okay, you need to value your time. Okay, now standardizing, you need to standardize the decisions. So have a standard operating procedure when making decision. This prevents decision fatigue. Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs wear the same clothing every day, because if they have to decide what to wear, they will take away time and mental bandwidth from growing their company. Execution, constantly tweak your strategy based on the ultimate success formula. Whenever you're not getting the result that you want, you should change your strategy. Change the people around you. It is completely okay to spend less time with people who are not helpful for your growth. Just because you spend less time with them does not mean you don't love them. Okay. And then, yeah, this is the value booster manifesto. This will increase your vibration, etc. Okay, cool. Time is money. Okay. Okay. I'm to love and add value. Okay. Now, okay. So, I hope all of you got value. How many of you got value from today's session? If you got value, type that you got value. Okay. Now I'm just going to give you a quick recap of the Accelerate My Revenue Challenge. Highly recommend all of you joining. Okay. So you're about to discover the solution to break through your revenue ceiling and unlocking six-figure days. Six-figure days, $100,000 in a day. Last time I thought it was impossible. When I saw them do it, right? Now I was like, hey, if these people can make $100,000 in a day, I think, wow, this is the way to go. Okay, without a huge sales team, long hours in hustle mode, or sales process that takes forever. Okay, so there's two types of tickets: general admission, which is from noon to 1 p.m. EST, and if you are in the VIP experience, you get 2 hours from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, the upcoming dates is June 20th to June 24th. Okay. In the general experience, you get 5 days of the virtual event training with Joe and Eileen. You get access to the Accelerate My Revenue private Facebook group. Okay, you also get this is only for the general admission. In the VIP experience, okay, I'm gonna give you all the link for the VIP experience. This is the link for general, and this is the link let me type the link for all of you. Okay. These are the links, okay? If you want the VIP, go to alaric.site/accelerate. If you want the Wilder, go to okay. Now your $47 won't it's the best investment you'll make. Okay. Now if you get a VIP experience, right, you get a 5 days of virtual event with Joe and Eileen. You get access to the Accelerate My Revenue private Facebook group. You get a private VIP only Zoom lounge. Okay, it's VIP backstage access, allows you to attend all the trainings using an exclusive Zoom link, so you can interact directly with the expert presenters. You can even turn on your video; they will get to see you. You get to see them, and you get to literally learn from them. Ask them, Eileen and Joe, how do you make 6 figures in a day? They have clients who make 7 figures in a day, $1 million in a day. Okay, Dan Henry is one of Joe's clients, and he made $1 million in a single day. Okay, now you also get 5 additional VIP Q&A sessions live with Joe and Eileen. You join Joe and Eileen live for 1 hour each day before the challenge for a private Q&A session. You get the Accelerate My Revenue VIP workbook. The VIP only workbooks are released just before each day's training, so you can easily implement it as you learn. Okay. Bonus number 1 is you get the interview recordings with our top successful students. Inside these recorded interviews with our elite students, you discover what they are doing differently from others to absolutely crush it with virtual events. Each one of these interviews is like a personal case study of what's working for virtual events right now. Bonus number 2 is you get a video training, how to become a powerhouse speaker overnight. Get access to Eileen's ninja training that has made confident communicators out of even those who are scared to death of public speaking. Plus, you get the Accelerate My Revenues VIP swag box. Inside this swag box, you'll find exclusive Accelerate My Revenue swag. This is more than just a shirt. It represents your commitment to taking this next step in your journey. Okay. Then Henry utilizes our virtual event strategy to experience his first $1 million day. He made $1 million in a day. Kalia gains confidence to increase the prices and sells 55K in the first 3 months. Rasmus Lindgren converts 30% of attendees at his first virtual event to generate 500K plus in revenue. He converted 30% of the attendees, okay? It's something you definitely want to learn, okay? Now, this is what you learn. The virtual event secrets blueprint. Eileen and Joe review exactly how their clients make multiple 6 and 7 figures by selling just 2 days per month. The I don't have a huge list method. Fill a virtual room with new leads and convert 20 to 35% into your top tier buyers in under 30 days. The Need for Speed workshop. Take back control of your time. Set your business up for fast results, not never-ending results. This workshop that you go for, whether you go for $47 or $197, is going to accelerate your success. You can achieve in 1 year what other people take 10 years to achieve. Okay, you can make 6 figures in a day, not 6 figures in a year. Okay, or at least open up your mindset that hey, it is possible. Okay, and then you get live Q&A and laser coaching. Eileen and Joe brings attendees up on virtual stage live to help them crush their revenue ceiling. So you leverage the only sales system designed to serve your clients at the highest level while making 6 and 7 figure revenue days without causing you to hustle, burn out, or work 60 plus hours every week ever again. Okay, now you can just work 2 days a month and still make what other people make in a year. Okay. This guy shares the story of her first day of training with Joe and Eileen. Uchendi makes 600K at one event. Nate celebrates he made above 6 figures. And Noah claims he saved 100K plus in his business just from what he learned on day 1 of the event. Okay, if only you didn't have to sell, you love every part of running your business. You feel like your sales process is way too slow, and if you could, you're just about anything to speed it up. You work way too many hours in your business, most of them spent on the phone, and you wish there was a simpler way. You want to reach more people with your message, products, and services, but who's got time for that, right? So now what if you could scale your business with virtual events and love every minute of it? You felt 100% confident selling one-to-many, so you could experience 6 and 7 figure revenue months while only selling 2 days per month. What if you learn a system made for speed so you can begin to enjoy the business you've built instead of feeling resentful of it? What if you could reach more people with your message, products, and services without long consultations, sales calls, or hiring and training an expensive team? During the challenge, you will learn to leverage the only sales system designed to serve your clients at the highest level while making 6 and 7 figure revenue days without causing you to hustle, burn out, or work 60 plus hours a week ever again. Okay, this is Joseph Aaron. Joseph is known as the go-to guy to create, fill, and host mega profitable virtual events. After serving clients in multiple industries and leading them to successfully host 6 figure and even 7 figure days using virtual events, his unique methodology has attracted some of the who's who of business leaders today. Joe has found that a unique problem in the online space is that selling high-ticket offers requires an inordinate amount of time on sales calls. Beginner clients struggle to fill their calendar with sales opportunities. Even once a beginner can fill their calendar, acquiring the skill set of selling on sales calls is exhausting and demoralizing. The only thing more difficult than being glued to the phone is finding a sales team that can get the job done. Very difficult. For more experienced entrepreneurs, the job of training and managing a sales team is never-ending revolving door. It's no fun. So in March of 2020, the game changed. Joe created a unique methodology to fill and host hyper-profitable online virtual events that allows us to close at the same or higher close rate than an entire sales team without a sales team or a need to get on the phone. This new opportunity was never possible before the pandemic. Now, Joe is on a mission to help 100 coaches, done-for-you service providers, and course creators create a regular, recurring virtual event system to outsell an entire sales team without ever getting on any sales calls. Okay, Eileen Wilder. Okay, Eileen is an author. I interviewed her, or you can search her. Eileen Wilder and Alaric. Oh, okay, search on YouTube. You can see an interview by Eileen Wilder if you want. Okay, Eileen Wilder and Alaric Ong. Okay, search Eileen Wilder and Alaric Ong. You'll be able to see this interview, okay, where I interviewed her on how she was able to make $500,000 in 60 minutes through stage selling. Okay, now, so Eileen is an author and a business coach specializing in high-ticket sales. She was a pastor for over 2 decades, and she and her family were used to living on very humble means. That all changed when one day when she found a way to make more money in a day than she was used to making in an entire year. This path was far from easy, and Eileen openly shares her trials and tribulations of overcoming severe depression, constant anxiety attacks, and an eating disorder, making it nearly impossible to have the confidence it took to sell anything, let alone a high-ticket program. Now she's on a mission to help people charge what they're worth, have fun, and crush it with high-ticket sales. You can see all the testimonials you get here. This challenge by far was one of the best I've ever attended. This is the first challenge that I've participated in where I'm excited about showing up on VIP. Thanks so much. Love your training. Check out what past challenges have said and all that. Okay, now there are two ways to participate in this, either the $47 or the $197. Okay, the classes will be live. Okay, like literally live, not pre-recorded, and you get direct feedback from Joe and Eileen. You can ask them about your offer and all that, and they'll be more than happy to answer. Okay, now, so I hope all of you got value from today's session. Okay, I highly recommend. Okay, who's going? Okay, who is thinking about it, or who is thinking about joining this challenge? If you're thinking about it, type thinking about it. I can tell you this will be the best. This will be the best move that you can do for yourself in a recession. Learning how to sell, especially learning how to sell at their level, is going to be the best move that you can do for yourself in a recession. Okay, and it will be one of the best skill sets that you learn. Okay, and okay, so Jivan Joy is thinking about it. I mean, all of you definitely have $47. Okay, just pull the trigger, go for it, and at least just join their community, get to know them, mingle with them, and I promise you, you will get the value out of it. Okay, even you just close. Do you have a replay for tonight? Yes, this will be a replay. Okay, like after I end the broadcast, this link will become a replay. Okay, now, so all of you go for the challenge. If you don't go for VIP, at least go for the $47. Okay, at least go join the 5 days. My link is not working. Okay, let's try. Alaric.site/Wilder. Yeah, it should work. You probably spelled it wrongly. Or let's go to Alaric.site/VIP. No, sorry. Alaric.site/accelerate. Yeah, it works. It's for 197. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this is what you get in the VIP training. Okay. So this is why you want to get VIP. Okay. All right, I highly recommend you all get VIP because you get to physically ask questions and everything. Versus the Facebook group, you can only see, you can only watch them and comment. So VIP is definitely better, and you'll be closer to all of them. Okay, cool. When does it start? The next date is 20th to 24th June. Okay, don't worry, just sign up and then they will send you all the dates and all the details. Okay, okay. If that's all for today, okay. Those of you are thinking about it, let me know, okay. And I'll make sure all of you are in good hands. I will inform their team that they're joining and everything. You know, I'm very close with all these speakers. Yeah, you know the drill. Yeah, okay. All right. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, thrive, not just survive. Work really, really hard for the next 2 years, and you will can potentially be financially free by the end of those 2 years. Okay, believe in yourself. Take care, and I'll see you soon.